friends, and welcome to my kitchen on the Oregon coast, my mermaid kitchen. So today I am going to make a fall salad. It actually came to me in a dream. I was like, I don't know, I must have been hungry when I went to bed, I'm not sure, but I was just thinking about all the wonderful things that you can still get in the winter and the fall. And I was like, wow, what if I paired cauliflower with squash and cranberries and thyme, and a little bit of butter, and some onions and a really nice vinaigrette. How's that sound? So that's what we're making today. Things you will need for this recipe are 1 saucepan, 1 frying pan, 1 large baking sheet with walls, a smaller baking sheet with walls. I'm using a brownie pan because I don't actually have a smaller baking sheet right now. Like I've said before, I just moved and I don't really have all the things I used to have in my kitchen, but I make do and it works out. A citrus reamer, a wooden spoon, a citrus zester, vegetable knife, paring knife, good cutting board, large bowl, and a whisk. And also an oven that I preheated to 400 degrees. And so the way that I'm going to do this video, I mean, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you each mise en place as the stages develop. The full written recipe will be in the description below. So you can click on that and get the full recipe. Okay, so I'm starting off by cutting up some delicata squash. And I love delicata squash because you don't have to take the skin off to serve it. It's a little bit more fibrous, but it's not nearly as fibrous as other squashes.
It's very delicate.
It's delicata, yes. So go ahead and de-seed those. Again, you can save the seeds if you want to. I'm probably going to compost mine.
I was thinking about it. You could dry those seeds out and give them to the birds.
You could do that.
I was kind of thinking like maybe that would.
Well, you know, you probably want to look that up though, because some things birds can't have.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I'm not well versed on what birds are able to eat because I don't own one, or really feed them in the wild.
I mean, I know that crows will eat most crops if there's not like something protecting them.
Yeah.
So it's.
Rats will too.
That's true. That's true.
I have a friend who had a rat in her garden.
Oops.
She named it bubonic. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Have you seen that video of that marmot that like comes into this farmer's yard and like brings or like will steal stuff from the garden of this farmer?
No,
and,
that sounds funny.
They have like a trail cam up, and the marmot comes to the trail cam and starts eating in front of it to taunt the farmer. It's really cute.
It's like, I'm trolling you.
Like, haha.
Alright, so I cut off the ends of these. So that is one tough part you don't want to eat. Sometimes they come with stems and I also cut those off if they have that, but not today because they didn't come with stems, so. Alright, so I'm just going to start putting this on. I have a pretty well seasoned pan here. It really doesn't matter because we're going to be drizzling all of this with oil and butter. So, yeah. And if they cook evenly, that's the best. Like I try and get them to be about the same size so that they do that. But if they're a little bit smaller, it's not gonna be the end of the world either. Alright. Okay, so we will come back in a few minutes when this is all done. Alright, so we're back, and I am chopping up cauliflower now. And I'm giving my dogs a little treat because they love cauliflower stems.
Here you go. Here you go, baby.
Okay.
Sophie.
Sophia!
Sophie's behind you in the chair. She's like, I'm ready for my treat, Mom.
There you go, love. All right. And the rest I'll just go ahead and compost because they don't need that much vegetable matter in their diets. One time I overloaded them with vegetables and it was very interesting.
She's taking it to my room.
Oh dear. One time I overloaded them with vegetables and let's just say the next day was very interesting. Right, so I try to get the cauliflower to be in even pieces. Again, it's not totally necessary because it's kind of nice to have some that are more charred than others for a little bit of contrast in what you're cooking. And I do use the stems because this part of the stem anyway. That part not. But yeah, a little bit of variance is fine. Okay, so we are back. I have chopped the cauliflower. And now I'm just going to drizzle I melted about three tablespoons of butter. And I'm just going to drizzle this judiciously over the cauliflower and the squash. And try and do this with a light hand so that you don't use too much because too much will smoke and burn in your oven and you don't want that. All right, so this is going to go into a 400-degree oven I'm going to check it at about the 20-minute mark. I actually have written in the recipe that you're supposed to roast the hazelnuts for 10 minutes. And if you get raw hazelnuts, that's true. What we were able to find yesterday were the dry roasted ones. So those are done. I don't actually have to roast those at all. But if you have raw hazelnuts, go ahead and roast them for 10 minutes during this whole process. All right, these are going in. So we're back. So I have my second mise going here. So this stage you're going to need an onion, 3 lemons, a third of a cup of cranberries dried, a tablespoon of dried thyme, a little bit of salt, and your hazelnuts. And I think that's it for this particular stage. We are going to be adding a pomegranate and 2 ribs of celery, but not till the very end. So we're gonna get going on the onion here. These are harder to peel. But that's good though, you want a good firm onion. And I should mention this is best made ahead of time. You can serve it hot if you want to, but it's going to be better the next day and cold.
Chilled and marinating and all the juices and goodness.
Everything will get to be friends with each other. And yeah, while this is a baked salad, for the most part, this will be served the next day. And I'm going to take this over to the stove in a minute and frizzle these onions.
You're going to get frizzle frazzled.
Yeah. But before I do that, I'm going to do the rest of the prep. All right, so now I am zesting a lemon. This is going to go in with the thyme. And it'll happen just before the lemon juice hits the pan. So I'm just going to put everything in one bowl for that. And this is how I like to zest a lemon, so that you actually get all the zest. And sometimes this is a pretty zesty lemon.
Oh yeah, that is zesty.
Zesty, yeah.
That
So
slays.
make sure you get it all though, because this is gold right here.
Literally, it's yellow.
Delightful, yeah. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, and now, set this aside. Now I'm going to juice these lemons. And as I am wont to do, here's another piece of equipment that will help you anyway. You don't necessarily need it. There are other ways you can get lemon juice into a bowl, but I prefer to sift it. So you're getting, and in this recipe you definitely don't want the pulp from the lemon. So we just sift it right into the bowl. We'll come back when all of this is juiced.
Too bad.
All right, so I am just putting some oil on these onions and a little salt, about a good pinch like that. And I'm going to take these things over to the stove. Okay, so I am sweating the onions right now and I'm going to get them a little frizzled, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a minute. Oh, it smells so good. So we're getting there. It was interesting. We were just having an interesting discussion about the difference between caramelization and Maillard. Did you know that there is a difference between the two? So caramelization happens when the sugars caramelize in something. And so when you see it in like squash and things like that, that is caramelization. When you see browning in meat, that's Maillard. And Maillard is a reaction that happens with the amino acids. So you are seeing some caramelization when I do onions like this, but it's not a full caramelized onion either. But I also see a lot of people using the term Maillard when it's actually just caramelization. So I just wanted to clear that up. So now, when the onions get to this stage where they're starting to brown, this is when I'm going to add the cranberries. Because we want these to plump up in the dressing that we're making, ultimately. Which is also why there's so much oil here, because this is going to be an emulsion in the end. All right, next to go in is the lemon zest and thyme. We're just gonna wake these flavors up. Oh, wow. Immediate. That smells so good.
It smells like fall.
Okay, and one of the ingredients that I forgot to mention, even though it was sitting right in front of me and on my list, because I am wont to forget things, and you'll probably realize this as you go along with my videos. I do my best, but I have ADD, so sometimes I forget. So I'm adding a little bit of maple syrup to the lemon juice.
Best if you can find
I'm just going in right now.
organic maple syrup.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, don't use the corn-based stuff.
it's got a better flavor and
I'm
it'll
also-
give you a better product.
Well, yeah, it's just not fake.
Yeah.
So right now I am going to reduce this a little bit so it becomes thicker and coats everything more readily, and is just generally nice to eat. And I'll give it a taste before I'm completely done. Oh, there's a little bit of maple syrup left there. Don't waste it.
Don't waste it.
Okay, I'm just tasting this to kind of get an idea of where we're at seasoning-wise. This doesn't need anything. This is beautiful. Wow. I'm gonna let it go a little bit longer so I can get a little bit thicker, but we're practically there. Okay, so the dressing is going in now. I'm going to grab the roasted vegetables and I'll be right back. I'm just doing like a final whippy mixy thing here just to make sure everything is well incorporated and looking good, and it does. And so now I am going to take this off and start adding it. What?
You can tell how crispy it is.
Yeah, this turned out really nice. And it's not so hot that I'm burning myself here. So that's also good.
Don't need asbestos fingers for this.
No. If I had done them closer together, then that's true. The other ingredient I forgot to mention were the radishes. And I don't know why, but I did. Radishes If you don't like them raw, you should try them roasted because they mellow out and they're really lovely. And they just add a nice third element to this roasted trio we have going on here. Get the rest of this in here. And see, there are darker bits of the cauliflower.
You know, I think what happened with the cauliflower soup and why the cauliflower wasn't as dark as it is now on the pan is because you used a glass pan.
Maybe.
Because the glass didn't absorb enough heat for it to actually make
it's possible that's why.
caramelization happen.
It's still, my oven is still slow. All right, we're not gonna worry about that right now.
Yeah.
And last to go in are the hazelnuts. Yep, it's not. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. I am going to give it a little taste just to see how everything came together and whether or not it needs any last minute adjustments. I'm gonna say it probably doesn't because I really liked the way that the sauce came out. So I'm gonna grab a spoon and try it. All right, let's see if I can get the perfect bite.
It might be a little hard with everything.
It might be a little hard with everything. Yeah, so we've got hazelnuts, squash, this, and this. Oops. And I'll try and get a cranberry too. My hands are very clean. The nice thing about doing the cranberries this way too is that they also plump up. And you get something much nicer than just a chewy cranberry. Mmm. Oh my goodness. It's good hot too. But I'm telling you, the next day, after this has a chance to like really get to know itself, it's gonna be like, I'm a brand new woman. So we are going to let this chill overnight and we'll come back tomorrow and try it then. Hello, so it's the next day and we had quite a doozy of an afternoon trying to find a beached whale that we didn't find. Oh well.
We had some morbid curiosities, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it just wasn't in the spot that we thought it was gonna be. That's okay. So I've started this pomegranate. I'm gonna show you how to take one apart the right way. I grew up around pomegranates, and so this is what you do. So I made an incision around the top. You're gonna pull that off. And you can see the inside of it. Get all of this. There are little sections right here. See these little sections? You're gonna cut along the outside where these sections are, and that will help you release the seeds. Alright, so I'm being ginger with it because I'm, like I said, a professional klutz, so yeah. If you are too, then yeah. So you start like that, and then you can just kind of take it apart this way. And then it's very easy to get the seeds after that. There's still a little bit of work involved, but it's a lot less work than if you were to do this. The wooden spoon trick has never worked for me and I don't understand it. Yeah, I mean, it's still a little bit of work, but we'll get there. I love pomegranate seeds. But I tend to add this at the last minute right before I'm about to serve this because they don't stay very crispy in the refrigerator overnight. They kind of tend to start shriveling pretty early, so I'd rather just, you know, have them very fresh when they go on. And then everything gets served together. Yeah. I miss living in pomegranate land sometimes. And we're back. All right, so I've got my pomegranate all done. That took like, I don't know, probably about 5 minutes. And now I'm slicing up, actually I'm dicing up some celery.
She do the slice and dice.
It doesn't have to be completely perfect, because I'd rather see you have celery that you like for crunch and not a broken skin on your finger or something like that. And the smaller pieces of this celery are actually fine in this because we're cutting everything pretty small. So I'm just cutting them into batons and then dicing them up. All right, so I've got my dream salad that I made yesterday, and I am just going to kind of liven it up a little bit. Mix it up. And it's not really gonna win any beauty pageants, but I'll tell you, it tastes delicious. Okay, and we're going in with the pomegranates. And the celery. I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything on in there.
Looks like a delightful dream salad, Mom.
Came to me in a dream. All right. Oh yeah. Hi, baby. Oh, this looks like something I want to eat. Yes, it does. Oops. All right. So I am going to go ahead and taste this. Okay. A little bit of cauliflower, a little bit of squash, radish, some cranberries and a nut. Oh yeah. All right. Time to try. Wow!
The dream salad is a dream.
Oh my heckin' heck! Mmm. Oh yeah. If you like sweet and salty things, you'll like this. Mmm. So there's definitely some savoriness from the butter that we put on the vegetables as we bake them. There's a good amount of tang from the dressing that we made with the lemons. Some real brightness from the pomegranate, and it's just a dream. It's what I thought it would be, and I'm very happy with it. So you should definitely try it. If you like these elements together, go for it. You won't be disappointed, I promise. All right, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Juice up. Squeeze my lemon.
And where's my wooden spoon? There it is.
Tease up your butt.
Bye.
Oh.